Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta for T&V Small Critter Rescue. Last episode, we defeated the 4 seals, and we're going to learn what those seals were sealing. And they were sealing this world's crystals. So, now that we had, I guess we had the power, we had the only power to defeat the seals, being that we were blessed with the crystals. So Exdeath basically used us to get the crystals for himself. So now the crystals that bound him in this world are now his. So maybe he's going to get a whole bunch of job classes. No, he's actually going to stay the evil sorcerer that he is, and he's going to use the new power that he got from the crystals to basically force us up against the wall. But Cara here, she senses something. You know how she has telepathy with the Moogles, and the Moogles have telepathy with each other? I guess those Moogles in the forest who rescued us when Exdeath started burning it down basically told Cara that what happened. So Cara's going to come to the rescue, similar to how she did when the Earth Crystal was about to shatter. She came and she knocked out King Tycoon. She's going to do something similar here. She's going to hit Exdeath with a magic spell. Hopefully it wasn't just a weak bolt spell like she used on King Tycoon. I guess it mustn't be, because looks like she knocked out Exdeath, and he's a powerful wizard. So maybe she used the hold spell or something. Whatever it is, it doesn't keep Exdeath down for long. Now he's going to cast his own magic spell on Cara, and he's going to basically start like torturing her. So, not good. Of course, this is going to send Galuf into a rage, seeing his granddaughter being hurt so badly. And Galuf's basically going to go Super Saiyan, for those who watched Dragon Ball Z. He's going to get his like new powerful form that he's not going to let anything stop him. He's just nice, Galuf. He's just my power on the crystal shatter. But yeah, Galuf's in a tough situation. But he decides to destroy that crystal because it's more important to save his granddaughter, Cara. Now he takes the brunt of this spell, and he rushes Exdeath, and we have a battle here, which basically you can't lose, even though we're going to see that we're going to be reduced to 0 hit points, even if you survive that attack. What's going to happen is you're put under the sap spell, so your hit points will gradually drain anyway. So this is, like I said, a battle that you can't lose. You can try to speed it up though by dealing enough damage to Exdeath. So I'm going to try to do that with the reflect spell, because he casts some really powerful spells. And the hope is that we can bounce those spells off him and deal a bunch of damage. If you have a blue mage, you can use the explode spell, and that instantly ends the battle. But of course we don't have that because we don't have a blue mage, so we're just going to hope to reflect a bunch of spells. Unfortunately, reflect doesn't last the entire battle, so we're going to have to put it back up, and sometimes we mistime it, and he starts casting spells right there. We don't have the reflect up. But yeah, sometimes he just we don't seem to get lucky. Sometimes he starts get the reflect up, and he starts just using physical attacks. So he casts the trio, the main 3 most powerful spells in the game later on. He'll cast the most powerful black magic, most powerful white magic, and then the most powerful time magic. Time magic is Meteor. You saw Comet used by Adamus at the top of the barrier tower. Well, Meteor's is a little stronger version of that. Sort of like how the twins had Comet in Final Fantasy IV with their twin magic, but then Meteor was the more powerful version. So yeah, too, we're doing that reflect for this. That would have really helped out. Like I said though, if you just do enough damage or like explode, the battle just ends earlier, and we don't get as much dialogue as we do here. But dialogue is swell. So let's put that wall back up. This is why I changed Galuf to a white mage, to deal a little bit of damage here. basically Galuf says that nothing's going to stop him from stopping Exdeath from hurting his granddaughter. Even 0 hit points taken, he's way into the negative. Of course, Exdeath's like you basically can't fight fire with fire. You can't, unlike the embodiment of hatred and anger, you can't defeat you with those emotions. But Galuf, he isn't driven by anger or hatred. He's driven by the love for his granddaughter. And that, we will see, will eventually overcome Exdeath. And we will force Exdeath to flee with 3 of the 4 crystals. Exdeath there, not looking very tree-like. Looking pretty buff. Looks like he hasn't skipped Arm Day. But he has skipped Brain Day because he doesn't understand the concept of love and why someone would be willing to sacrifice themselves. I mean, being the evil wizard that he is, he only knows about, like, the negatives. And he also knows that it's time for him to make a getaway. He's like, yep, I'm done for now. He warps back to his castle, and we'll be told that a little bit later. But for now, with Exdeath gone, and the crystals no longer hitting a party with their magical attacks, our characters can get up and mourn Galuf. So the Warriors of Dawn have already lost Dorgan, TNV's father, and then they just lost Ziza. And now, Galuf is going to join his 2 companions, meaning Kelgar is the only one who's left. We can actually go back to Quell the Werewolf Village and talk with Kelgar, and he has some new dialogue. He will acknowledge Galuf's passing. But before Galuf passes, he basically tells Cara to basically take up his fight and not let Exdeath survive. So not let Exdeath, I guess, ruin the world. So it seems like the Warriors of Dawn are basically being wiped out, and it's the job of saving the world is going now to us, the Warriors of Light, the Warriors of the Crystals. And we have another scene here similar where Galuf was mourning Ziza, where he just had to basically stand around and wait around for the scene to end. Very similar here. Nothing we can do, just you can talk with Cara, but she doesn't really say anything. She just has those ellipses there. So we just got to wait it out. And eventually, after a little bit of time passes, Galuf will communicate with Cara. And Cara will end up receiving all of Galuf's abilities. So basically, Cara becomes Galuf's replacement. So Cara is similar to Lenna in that she's like basically better for magical classes. She has a better innate magic. She'll have lower innate strength than Galuf, so she's not as suited for melee classes. But the stat differences aren't that relevant that Cara can't go into a warrior type job. Just like TNV has no problem going into a magic-based job. So, but she does have a higher magic stat than Galuf, so she's a little bit better than Galuf in mage-type jobs. So, now, basically, if you think about it, TNV is surrounded by princesses. You know that Princess Lenna is the Prince of Tycoon. Faris is Lenna's sister, Sarissa, so she's secretly a princess. And Cara is the Princess of Baal, so Galuf is, so he's able to communicate with her and basically say, like, hey, I'll be with you in spirit. And now he's with her in all his abilities transfer onto her. So yep, we still have a full party, but now it's just a bunch of princesses and TNV. So she understands, and she gets direction from Galuf basically that to go back and hunt Exdeath, who's returned to his castle. King Faris, I'm gonna fight with you. Cara! Exdeath tried to destroy all the crystals. Grandpa told me so. We have to hurry. Let's go to Exdeath's castle. Remember, Exdeath's castle was, even though it was open up, we couldn't get further than the first room in the castle. Those soldiers from Sergei Castle, where King Ziza was from, they basically said, like, this door on the first floor that leads higher into the castle, it's locked and we can't break it down. So, but now Exdeath has made his way back to that castle, and he basically beat up those soldiers and opened the door. So we'll be able to follow after Exdeath. Why didn't he lock the door behind himself? You know, makes sense. I mean, you do that in your house. You know, before you go to bed at night, you make sure you lock your door. If you go out somewhere, like to the grocery store, or walk your dog, you lock the door so people don't. Evil overlords forgetting to lock their doors. How can we trust them to take over the world? They make such stupid mistakes as forgetting to lock their doors. Well, speaking of doors, we're going to head back to Quelb and open up the door to Kelger's house and just talk with him. We just get like a little bit of new dialogue. And once again, news travels fast, and for some reason he knows that Galuf has passed on. So do the soldiers in Ball Castle. We're going to go visit there real quick. Get some other dialogue. And then we're going to head to Exdeath's castle. Ziza and Galuf both on the last of the 4 words of dawn. It's funny that a senile old man like myself would. So yeah. But no one else in the Royal Village has anything else to say. You might be tempted to use the last visit to the inn there to get the free potions and stuff, but we're actually going to get free healing in Exdeath's castle. You remember when Galuf first went to that castle to rescue TNV, Lenna, and Faris? On the upper floor that we could reach, there was those 2 healing ponds. So yeah, we're going to be able to get healed right there, and there's a save point right there, so heal and save. Which is good because we can always run into battles going to Exdeath's castle because here you can only land on planes, like the airship. And Exdeath's castle has a bunch of swamp around it, so you have to make a short trek through the swamps to get to Exdeath's castle. So the guards, like I said, most of the guards are saying that they can't believe that King Galuf is gone. How could this happen? And the ones who don't say that basically wish, you know, Princess Cara luck. You know, wish her the best. That guy on the right says uses some profanity, so I didn't talk with him. Some of the dogs, you know, minor profanity, so don't talk with them. Can't believe the king is awful. Cara, don't give up. So yeah, they're encouraging Cara. Just Cara, Galuf's spirit is with you. So we'll get to see a whole bunch of new job sprites with Cara, because obviously she's not going to use Galuf's sprites, but she has an interesting little character design. You can see even just on the overworld here, her sprite is like, they call it like chibi artwork. It's like a kitty type artwork. So she looks a little, her proportions are a little different than the other characters. Like she's really large-headed, and her jobs tend to have like a more of a cutesy type flavor to them. So you really see that in the Berserker thing, where all the other ones are like dressed as like wolves or tigers, and she's just like a little house cat. So, but we'll get a sample of seeing, because we're going to change jobs when we get to Exdeath's castle. We're going to save our jobs right. We're going to change jobs right before we use that healing pot. Remember, because when you change jobs, your stats change. So we're going to make sure that the stats are maxed out. So Exdeath went upstairs. Exdeath appeared. We were no match. Please defeat Exdeath for us. He's too strong. So yeah, he just defeated these guards. They're still alive. Maybe we should tell him that, hey, there's a healing pond not too far from here. Heal up and, I guess, go back to the castle. So yeah, we're going to change our jobs here. Cara still needs to learn Geomancer, so we're going to make her the Geomancer. And then it can be our White Mage there. And most Cara, she inherited all of Galuf's ability, but she didn't inherit the job that he was in. She's just in the normal job, the freelancer job. There's those light rods, those are good to get. If you don't have a bunch of them, you might want to farm some. Because, spoiler, the boss in this castle is going to be Exdeath. And Exdeath is going to be weak against Holy. And, so Holy, when we break those staff of light there, it casts the Holy spell. We got to see what the Holy spell looked like when Exdeath cast it on Galuf. That's like the ultimate white magic. The one white magic can deal direct damage. So, alright, jobs are all set. Now we can drink at the healing pool, heal ourselves up, get all our stats maxed, and make a save right here. And next episode will be assaulting Exdeath's castle, seeing if we can find him in his throne room. Take care, have a good one, and see you in the next episode. Bye!